Hello and welcome. We've all gotten pretty used to large language models, right? Well, get ready, because the next wave is already here, and it might just be a whole lot bigger. We're talking about agentic AI. And to really wrap our heads around the scale of this thing, let's just start with one single number.
$450 billion. No, that is not a typo. That's the projected economic value that AI agents could be generating by 2028. We're talking about a complete game changer for how businesses work, and the stakes? Well, they couldn't be higher.
And you can bet leaders are paying attention. A whopping 93% of them believe that if an organization can get AI agents working at scale within the next year, they'll lock in a huge competitive advantage. So yeah, the race is definitely on.
Okay, so this all brings us to the big question, right? We see the massive numbers. We hear all the hype. But what is this stuff? What makes agentic AI so different from the AI we're already using every single day? Well, probably the easiest way to think about it is as a fundamental shift in roles. We're moving from AI as a simple tool we give commands to AI as a proactive teammate we actually collaborate with.
I love this analogy because it just clicks. Think about the AI assistants we use now, like ChatGPT. They're kind of like a super capable intern, right? You got to give them really explicit, step-by-step instructions to get anything done. An AI agent, though, that's the project manager. You just give it the big picture goal, like, hey, plan our team's off-site trip to Lisbon, and it just figures out the rest. It's going to research the flights, find the hotels, book the meeting rooms, and even create the whole itinerary. It doesn't need hand-holding, it manages the entire project.
And that's what brings us to the more formal definition here. An agentic workflow is a system that uses AI to take initiatives, make decisions, and exert control. Seriously, those three words are the whole ballgame. It's not just about responding anymore. It's about thinking, planning, and actually doing.
Okay, let's get even more specific. This table really lays out the massive jump in what these things can do. So look at this. An AI assistant, it just responds to your prompts. An agent, it takes action, both prompted and unprompted, to get to a goal. Your assistant has a pretty limited pre-trained memory. An agent, on the other hand, is learning and adapting all the time. And maybe the most important part, it can interact with tools, systems, and data in real time. It's not just talking about doing things, it's out there in the digital world actually doing them.
So you're probably wondering, how in the world does an agent actually do all that? Well, it's not magic, even though it can feel like it. It's actually a pretty structured four-step process that's kind of like its own little thought process.
First up, planning. It takes that big, messy goal you gave it and breaks it down into small, bite-sized tasks. Simple enough. Then, execution. This is where it goes to work, using all the tools at its disposal. We're talking web search, company databases, maybe even calling on other specialized AIs to help out. After that comes refinement, and this part is so important. The agent looks at its own work, criticizes it, and figures out how to make it better. It keeps looping and improving until it gets it right. And finally, you've got the interface, which is just how it talks to us and other systems to get started and deliver the final results.
Now, this diagram looks like a lot, I know, but it's a perfect picture of that process we just walked through. You can see right in the middle, that's the agent, using its brain, its reasoning and memory. It's pulling from different tools and executing its plan. But look closer. See those guardrails and the spots for human collaboration? That's key. This whole thing isn't designed to just replace us. It's designed to work with us. And believe it or not, it can get even more sophisticated. You could have just one agent working on a problem from start to finish. Or you could have a whole team of specialized agents. Just imagine it. A marketing agent gets together with a data analysis agent and a content writing agent to launch a whole new campaign. That's the kind of teamwork we're looking at. So we've got all this incredible potential, right? It seems unstoppable. But there's a really surprising twist in this story. The biggest hurdle, the one thing holding all of this back right now, it isn't the technology, it's not the code, it's not the hardware, it's us. Just look at this data. It's kind of shocking. You'd assume that as the tech gets better and more capable, our trust in it would go up, right? But the exact opposite is happening. A year ago, 43% of organizations said they trusted fully autonomous AI. Today, that number has plummeted to just 27%. So what on earth is going on?
Well, what the experts are saying is that this isn't really a failure of the technology itself. It's more of a necessary reality check. You know how it is. The initial hype was just through the roof. And now companies are getting down to the nitty-gritty and dealing with the real-world challenges of making it all work. The
The safety, the reliability, all of it. So that early overconfidence is starting to fade, and a much more cautious, realistic perspective is setting in.
And that really brings us to this image, which I think says it all. The biggest challenge isn't about engineering a smarter AI. It's about engineering trust. The real key to unlocking everything we've been talking about is building a stronger, more reliable connection, that vital link between us and these incredibly powerful new systems.
So what this all means is that we have to start thinking about the future in a completely different way. We're not just buying a new piece of software or adopting a new tool here. We are, quite literally, onboarding a brand new kind of coworker. And really, if you take away one thing from all of this, let it be this. This is the whole mental shift we need to make for this revolution to actually work. AI agents can't just be seen as tools anymore. They have to be seen and managed and integrated as actual legitimate members of the team.
So, let's leave it with this final thought. The technology, it's getting ready. It's evolving so fast, becoming more capable every single day, and it's poised to become a true collaborator. So the real question, the one that's going to define the next decade of work, it isn't about whether the AI is ready for us, it's about whether we are ready for it. Are we ready to trust our new teammate? Because the answer to that question is going to shape everything. Thanks so much for joining me.